Good morning. Hope everybody's having a great day. I'm here by myself, and sorry, I was checking the volume on see make sure I was coming through. Um, where's everything? Okay, give me a sec. I was working on something, and before I clicked on here, realized it was late. Yes, I have been abandoned. Todd ran out of stuff to list, so he's off at an auction this morning buying a bunch of stuff. And good morning, Jabez. Good morning, Ping. It's always lovely to see you in here. Good morning, Lag. Oops, that's not what I wanted to post. Invite guest, copy. There's that. And Tara's in here. How is things going today in Kentucky? Good morning, Jake. If you're watching, this thing holds three Keurigs cups. Yep. Uh, well, it makes about one cup, so, or for me, one
Well,
mug.
Todd's at his big school auction, hey?
Yeah, he's at his, he just, he's been listing so, and he just ran out of stuff to list.
Oh boy. Well, that's a good problem to have if
Well,
you're running out of stuff to list.
that's a
Then you get to go
lie.
buy more. Oh,
I'm lying to you. Uh, Todd's always bitching about, I got all this stuff I need to list, and he just doesn't list it. Here's Jake. Good morning,
hey,
Jake.
Jake.
Uh, I'm not hearing you. Have you got your mic on?
No, he's muted.
There we go.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway,
What were you? I saw you hold up the mug, but I couldn't hear you. What'd you say? What'd you say?
this thing holds three Keurigs cups,
All right,
and
it's
I love it.
huge.
It is. When I
Good,
took it out of the
good.
box, I thought, "Oh my God, is that thing a soup bowl?"
Oh boy.
Just
I actually
about.
did sell a Super Bowl.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
did. I saw you. Um,
yeah.
so when Todd's back in here, he will probably have all kinds of stuff that he's purchased, or hopefully he's purchased. I'm
Probably
hope.
making a video on it right now.
Yeah, I'm
They probably have a
hoping.
video.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that he will find. There will be a bunch of stuff that they didn't deem necessary to list, or to put into the listing for the auction.
Yeah.
Um,
Private picking.
yeah, because I'm surprised there wasn't any kind of books or like in the band room. They've got all the chairs. They've got all those music stands are expensive, especially when what the school district pays for them. But I was surprised there
Yeah.
wasn't music or uniforms or even some outdated band equipment. So I'm hoping there'll be a lot of stuff that he's can bid on while he's physically at the auction. Um, how's everything been going with you, Tara? You making a lot of money?
Well, I guess I still have electricity, so I make enough to keep my electricity on.
You keeping the boys fed?
Yeah, they're on their way. They left this morning. They're on their way to Wisconsin.
Okay. Uh, Jake, this is the cup that I got from
Brandon and Jim went there together. He
from
took Brandon up there with him.
Scott.
From Beard.
Yeah, It sells for about
Is it
20.
Hawaii on it or what?
Yeah, it says HI here, and then it's got Hawaii across the bottom. It's about $22
Nice.
without the box on
Okay.
eBay. So
Nice.
what? I'm sorry, Tara. What did they go to? What did they go to Wisconsin for? To buy, bring back some more
He's gonna go.
stuff.
He's gonna have Jim Brent. Yeah, he'll bring home something, my tractor or something, and he's got some cleanup to do up there. I think they're gonna go to the landfill. They're gonna. When we left there, we had to leave sort of in a hurry, so there's just some cleanup stuff to do in that.
The
There's an
way,
old building that fell down too. A
the way you
small
say,
like hay storage building.
right? The way you said you had to
So
leave in
I
a
mean,
hurry. It's like is the revenuers after you or
well,
something.
no, but when we sold that place, we were originally only going to sell those two barns, and we were going to hold on to the house. But
Right.
then the guy wanted the house, so we made a deal on the house. But then we were going to, we had to move everything over on the piece of property I got left. So there's like cleanup work. There's some old wood from the horse barn that's got to get burnt. There's some scrap metal that's got to go to scrap metal. There's a boat there that he's going to take to the landfill. Just stupid shit like that.
Um, Good morning, Sandy, and good morning, Jake. I don't know whether I said that to you or not. I'm got like some things going on the screen over here on the side. Um, do
I
you have to
gotcha.
pay a disposal fee? Good morning, Chastity. Do you have
Hell
to?
yeah! On a boat, yeah, it's $75 a ton. But I mean, so that boat don't weigh a ton, so I don't think it's going to cost more than $75. So it's
Does the
worth it.
does the fact that you have Kentucky tags instead of Wisconsin tags
I
does that
don't
make a
think so.
difference?
I still own land in the county.
Well, you know that don't make any difference to those people.
It's private. It's yeah, but that up there,
Uh,
more than half the county is from out of state. So
okay. I
I
mean,
mean, you
it's
have a
like
lot of there's a lot of Illinois people that own property up there. You
right.
don't have very many, I would say, year-round residents up there.
Um,
I mean, like let's say in town, in the summer you probably got 20,000 people there. In the winter, you're probably lucky if you got 1,200 people there.
in North Carolina, like if I take something to landfill, I have to show my driver's license. And if
Well, I haven't been up there for a while. I think pretty much if you pay, they just don't care.
right,
As long as you pay. I mean, I'm not getting any kind of voucher to get it, dump it off for free. So,
right. Well, if you don't live in Mecklenburg County, you pay twice the fee. So
uh, I
that's the
don't think
reason they
it's
ask
like that
for it.
up there.
Chastity, did you buy some mugs from Jake? And they already came. He's a fast shipper, and so is Beard. He's a fast shipper too. I mean, it's like, which you know, uh, I'm messing with this whatnot thing here. Apparently, you have short limitations on shipping, so maybe that's the reason why
Yeah.
so it looks like it's so quick.
Yeah. I mean, you have 2 days. I mean, it's just I just want it. I want it out the same day. It was one of the metrics that shows on your profile is how fast you ship,
Right.
and so I think that's a good incentive for a seller to ship the same day.
Yeah, I noticed it has like one of the metrics is like is the average shipping 1 day or 2 days or it's like minus 1 day.
Less than one,
So it's
yeah, under
so it's
one.
like you
Yeah.
hey lag. Uh
Well, I was talking about my brother. Oh dear, what did David do now?
it's so that's one of the things is like Jake and even Scott because that's the only people I've bought from so far. I don't wear hats, so I'm sorry, Steve, if you happen to be listening. Um, Makes you go bald, so I'm already thin
What was
enough.
that? Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's what it is. You look at all the
I
police officers; they're all going bald. That's the reason
Yeah,
I
no,
said.
I didn't wear a hat until I shaved my head.
That's the reason I said I'm going to let my hair grow out long, and then I'm gonna get a 1960s Brady Bunch perm put in, so you can't see
Yeah,
my
when you have no
scalp.
hair, you have to wear a hat or you get sunburn.
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the category I fell in.
Jim's yeah, Jim's pretty thin up top. He's like, I forgot my hat. I gotta get one because otherwise my head's gonna burn.
Lang says he's Facebook friend.
Um,
I'm not surprised. Like being a stalker.
Tara, Lag, you weren't paying
Hmm.
attention. Tara said that sales are good, that she's keeping the power on and the children
They're all
fed.
right. I mean, yeah, I'm still alive. I'm still eating, and honestly, I've been slacking though. I haven't listed anything for the last 4 days or 5 days.
So my next
I gotta go
show,
to.
I'm
I gotta.
gonna.
I have to. Oh, go ahead.
No, no, go ahead, go ahead. There was a
I
lag on
just was
my
gonna say
side
I
on
gotta
the
really. I have to list the rest of the week hard because I gotta go to Ohio next week.
Horse show.
Yeah,
Before
in my.
Jake, well, hold a
Yeah, go
second,
ahead.
Jake. Before you
Yeah, yeah,
continue
go
on,
ahead.
what did Jim ever do with the camper, the
he
RV?
still uses it up there. They go camping it today
Oh, they're using it as a summer home, huh?
as a. Yeah,
Because I was thinking that he had like
I
his
think
son
he's
was
gonna.
wanting it for,
I think
or
he's
his
gonna get rid of it.
yeah.
I think he's gonna get rid of it.
He's got one of the GMC motorhomes, Jake.
Ah,
Um, yeah,
What do
and
they call that thing?
it's
Like the one in stripes.
yeah. Um,
Not what it's
a lot of
called.
people say it's the best motorhome ever made because of the way the suspension is on it. But anyway, now what were you going to
It
say,
is like driving a
Jake?
big
Or do
minivan.
you remember?
yeah, yeah. So in my next show, I'm gonna sell three of those mugs that have the stainless steel bottom, but they're a ceramic top, and
Uh-huh.
it comes up, kind of swoops up to the top. They're from the early 2000s. I'm gonna have three of those,
Wow. Good morning,
three
Hank.
different colors.
And thank you for the bags, by the way. That's what I was looking for. I don't know what I did with them. They're here on this pile of clutter somewhere. Um, Jake threw in some Starbucks bags. So anyhow, so how are you selling much on eBay, or are you just pretty much whatnot and Amazon, Jake?
You talking to me? Oh, to
Yeah.
me. I mean, I'm still selling the other stuff that I've sold on Amazon, which was only probably less than 10%. 90% of mine was Starbucks stuff on Amazon. So I'm still selling the other stuff,
Right.
and I sell the sticks
Can you not sell
on.
Starbucks on Amazon?
Well, the brand got regated, and you have to have an invoice of 200, and they're not
No.
accepting any invoices really. I mean, I submitted an invoice that had over 200 on it from a legitimate source that I've used. Actually, the same source I used the first time, they didn't accept it.
Uh,
But I'm selling on Walmart now. So I sell Starbucks mugs. I'll probably sell 5 to 10 mugs a week, where I was selling 3 times that much on Amazon,
Right.
3 or 4 times.
Now, as far as your like when you're shipping stuff, whether it's with the whomever, because you ship your not Wells Fargo, you ship your Walmart stuff yourself, correct? They don't have like an FBA program,
Well, they do have WFS, which is Walmart fulfillment. It's just like FBA,
right?
but I have not used that yet. I mean, I could. I'm eligible to use it. I just have not yet.
Do you have you can you let me put it this way, can you put in like an invoice inside of it, or a paid invoice, and on across the bottom of it say, "Thank you for your purchase. Check out our other sites for other products," and then have like your eBay store, your whatnot store, your Amazon store. Can you do that, or is that frowned upon?
I think that goes against terms of service. It's not something I would even consider doing on Walmart. I haven't looked specifically, but my guess is no. It's not something I will do that on eBay because so eBay, the customer is my customer.
Right.
On Amazon and on Walmart, it's their customer.
Okay. And whatnot is your customer too.
That's correct. Yeah, Whatnot is my customer, so I can do that there if I want to.
Right. I mean, just since you've got stuff on different platforms, just kind of spread it out some. Now, if you could only choose one platform, what would it be? That you could put all your stuff on. If they let you put anything that you want to put on there that was legal or moral, um, which one would it be?
I would do Amazon if I would still do Amazon. If I had to choose one specific platform and I was not gated in anything, I
Right.
would definitely choose Amazon. I mean, it's a beast, and it can be an evil beast in a lot of ways,
Right.
but just the sheer sales that you can do through that platform that you cannot do that volume anywhere else for most products. Now there might be some, but might be some products that do just as well elsewhere.
Right.
But the types of products that I like selling in new condition, Amazon sells 5 to 1 at least.
Right. Um, my nephew he was head of their sales department for a company that made branded merchandise.
Hmm.
And they always they always had their Amazon store prices were always, you could buy the same thing at their store for the same price. Whereas a lot of people inflate their prices because you're getting free shipping and all that kind of crap. Um, so they always had that mindset. He said that, talking to other companies that do likewise, and then just Amazon sellers that he has come across while he's doing his business, his job. He said the days of overinflating stuff because you're getting free shipping is kind of over. They've had to bring their prices back down to where what normal retail prices on things would be. Do you find that
Did
Yeah,
true?
I think that's.
did was Jim
I
on
think it's
here?
true for most things.
Do what?
Was Jim did was I on here with Jim last week? Because did Jim tell you about the Amazon credit thing?
No.
So Jim had to buy a car part. It was cheaper on Amazon for whatever reason. So he's like, okay, I'll just buy it on Amazon. They pop up a thing. They're like, apply for $500 worth of credit, and you'll get a $50, gift card to Amazon. All right. So then it was a cheap car part. We got the car part for nothing. It's actually a good idea.
Jake doesn't extend credit. If you don't,
Well, if I get something for free, though, I'll use. I'm not going to really use it. I don't even buy that much stuff on Amazon, but I'm like, well, sure, for a free car part, yeah, I'll do the Amazon credit.
Leg says he love. Good morning, Hank. I'm sorry. I saw you come in. But good morning and good morning, Beth. Lag says he loves Walmart. Walmart will save us all.
I was driving through Indiana a month ago. I mean, the Walmart fulfillment center is huge.
Is it?
I
I
think it's
don't
the
know.
first one I've ever seen.
We've actually had kind of problems with. We've had a lot. We normally don't return stuff to Walmart because it's not normally. It's food items and that kind of stuff. The stuff that we have ordered that was fulfilled by third parties, we've had kind of problems with, and returning was not that easy. I mean, stuff that was not like it was. She ordered a flowery uh, nightgown, and it was solid blue. I mean, that kind of stuff. It wasn't even close to stuff, what she wanted.
Mm,
Um, I think
yeah.
Amazon's kind of
I
got
don't think
kind
we've ever did it.
because certain things like if we order groceries and stuff like that, that's all handled by the people that Steve used to work for.
Or
But others, we've ordered other stuff that comes in the Walmart box from Walmart. So, like I said, that's been our experience. Now, I'm sure there's a lot of people that's had no problems with it, but then again, we've ordered from
I
Amazon
think
and
for
got.
like third party sellers, I think Jim, the only thing he ever buys on Walmart are maybe like tires and stuff, and he hasn't had a problem yet.
I don't buy tires anyplace except Discount Tire. I drive in there, and
Okay,
actually,
yes, you who buy pre-mixed gas in cans at the
I
store
don't buy
too.
that anymore. I found a place where I could buy the 3 gallon. Well, I take a 3 gallon gas can and get it filled up. Tara,
You mix your own mixed gas now,
I
Tom?
don't. My lawnmower does not take mixed gas.
Oh,
It's just straight
what
that
about your
gas,
weed
but
eater?
it can't be. It
Oh,
cannot be the gas with ethanol mixed into it because
oh,
that
okay.
eats up the parts inside the carburetor. Allegedly, um,
It does.
it does because I had it happen to me. I called because I was going to use the warranty on it. They said, "Have you used mixed gas in it, or gas out of the pump?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, no."
Ethanol gas.
He said that's got ethanol in it that voids the warranty. So
It's hard to find that non-ethanol gas.
I don't know. There's a lot of there's a gas station. There's like 3 gas stations around me now that I have looked that has it because some people don't like running ethanol in their cars. So one guy I do know who told me about this place. He's got a 65. No, he's got a 69 Mustang Fastback, and it gets like 3 gallons to the mile. I mean, that thing is built out, and he won't run anything that has ethanol in his through his carburetors.
Hmm.
yeah,
So
if an engine was not designed to be ran with ethanol gas, which is all your newer stuff,
yeah,
you do not want to use it. So if you have a mower that's 10 years old, definitely don't use it.
um,
Definitely don't use it.
well, this was
Or
only
right, or really any small
Yeah,
engine. I
Jabez is
agree with
right.
that.
right.
Yeah, Jabez is right there.
What did he say? And don't admit that
Don't put
online.
ethanol in small engines.
Use my own credit card. All of you people use your Amazon credit cards, and I can understand that. Carnival keeps giving me, sending Roberta and I applications, or you're pre-approved for a $20,000 credit line. Blah blah blah. Use your points to get free
Oh boy.
cruises, but it's the worst points card out there. And we don't use credit cards. We put everything on
Hmm.
our debit card. Except when I went to Nashville, then I put everything on credit card so I could um, keep track of it. But anyhow, um, Amazon makes a delivery at least every other day here. I mean, I'm serious. Because I'll say, we need such and such, Amazon or Walmart. I need to run and go get some
Do
bread.
they deliver it themselves?
Walmart has their people. Amazon has the Amazon trucks. Hey, Julie.
Yeah, we just started getting the Amazon trucks in our area.
And
This
we
like in
have
the
the
last
electric
three,
trucks.
4 months. Oh, these look like UPS trucks, but they're Amazon.
Yeah, these are. It could be because there's a lot of people that buy the used Amazon UPS trucks, and they're contractors for Amazon, which is
Yeah.
the
I thought
reason that.
UPS destroyed those trucks.
No, well, they literally destroy
I
them
thought
by
that was
driving them a million miles. But
Yeah.
yeah, but I don't think they sell them off if they decide to get rid of them. I don't think you can buy them.
Um.
Somebody told me that. Maybe I'm nuts.
Hey, Sue.
I'll ask my brother. I'll find out. I have two brothers that work for UPS drivers.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Um, I asked a guy with the electric. Well, actually, it was a gal. She drives one of the electric prime trucks, and it's a
Mm,
full size like the one that you got, Jake.
What's that?
The Amazon. I asked this lady who was driving one of the electric vans, and
Uh huh.
it's the size of that thing that you've got,
Yeah.
and that Mercedes you got, or whatever, Sprinter.
It's
And,
yeah. Wearing a
and
Mercedes.
I asked her how she does as far as mileage, and she says that she picks up her van in the morning, it's fully charged, and she says it's still got plenty of charge by the time she turns it in and parks it at night. And she says I'm on the road all day long.
mm.
So anyway, I said, well, that's pretty cool. I said, I figured you'd have to go back in at lunchtime and charge it. She says, nope. She says, now, I don't know anything about the battery system on it. They might
She,
have three times the batteries in this thing than they do in a normal electric vehicle. But it's good morning, Craig. Um, she said this worked well. My question was, and if you noticed in the thumbnail, let me see, what the hell's Todd saying? Is everything shipped this morning? Gotta get okay. Yeah, he's a pop up message from Todd in Facebook saying he's got everything shipped and now he's going to go buy more stuff. Uh, just sit in his room. My question was, do you love reselling? Because I've listened to a lot of channels while I'm doing other stuff and listening to people talk and uh, so like I said, do you love reselling? Is there something you'd rather be doing? Because a lot of people, including myself, hates to list. Tara would rather be out riding horses than sitting in an office listing, but it pays the bills. So my question
yeah,
to
I mean,
everybody is
I like reselling.
do you really? I mean, I'm saying
Yeah,
that.
I don't want to do anything else for a living.
So what's the point? I mean, what's everybody else thought is? I mean, do you think
I
of
would
it
say if
as
you don't like it, it's a hard thing to do.
yeah? I
You
mean, that's
know,
the reason I said, do you love it? Because you got to love what you got
I
doing,
mean,
or it's going to
yeah,
get old real fast. Like,
it's hard to be a minimalist and process a bunch of other people's junk, and if you don't like it, that'd be hard to do. You know, when you go to an auction, you buy somebody else's junk, and now you got to process it and clean it, and it's dirty or it has bugs on it, or
Sue says, I love it. So miss being full time. Don't like the listing part. That's the thing. Everybody, it don't matter who it is. It's I don't like the listing part. I love reselling and like
I'm
Mr. Sadie. Don't encourage your brother, son. Don't encourage your brother. I mean, I'm just curious. Are people doing it just for? Isn't it, has Nissa come in here? I haven't seen her this morning. Did I miss her
I
coming
haven't
in?
noticed. I haven't noticed her.
Um, the listing part seems to be what holds everybody back. So is it
Well, sometimes for me, the listing part, it's like other stuff in life gets in the way, which it probably shouldn't. I should be more dedicated.
and this is on strike? Okay. Um, and that's my other question is if you had to work this, okay, for let's say just part time. Part time is 4 hours a week, 4 hours a day. Do you think your business would it be improved if you sat down and spent 4 hours of consistent business development? Listing, promoting, even though Todd doesn't promote. But working your business for 4 hours, consistent 4 hours a day, Monday through Friday, would your business improve?
Well,
Any
I just
comments?
think if you yes consistently list like that, your sales will go up.
So, Tar, you believe that
I
by
used to be
list,
a really I used to list real hard, but I am kind of been slacking.
you can't be a slacker like Tara. List, list, list.
No, no, my name should be the lazy reseller. That's what I should be.
um, and I think that's the reason. I honestly think that's the reason Amazon got so popular with their fulfilled by Amazon, and now I guess with Walmart fulfillment, is that you're working off of everybody else's listings, or you're working off of corporate listings. Is that the way Walmart works, or do you have to create your own listings in Walmart, Jake or
Oh,
Lag?
sorry, what was it?
I listed 12 things before the show. Yeah, Lag, liar, liar, pants on fire. I said, you have to create your
Yeah, and
own
they're
list.
all worth like $10,000 each.
Yeah. I mean, he won't list anymore the rest of the week.
He
Allegedly.
doesn't have to. He just lists $120,000 worth of stuff.
Yeah. Does Walmart require you to make your own listing, or are you coming off of corporate listings or other people's listings? How's that work?
The listing on Walmart is, we'll call it, for simplistic reasons, we'll call it the same as Amazon.
Right.
It's close to the same.
Right.
It's one listing. One listing. Now, they're still building their catalog, and so you can create a listing, submit it to the catalog, and you can do it that way, just like you can on Amazon, or could at some, in the past. Now you really can't do much of that on Amazon anymore. But um, Walmart, yeah, you can create a listing um, for some brands, and kind of like Amazon was 15 years ago,
Now,
10 years ago.
Lag says yes, Tom, but you can ship the items yourself. Yeah, most of the stuff that I see on there is not fulfilled by. When I'm looking at third party listings, they're fulfilled by themselves on Walmart. Walmart.
Mm.
Um, of course, Jake is right.
Oh, you
Jake is
lost him.
yeah. Jake is always right.
Yeah, let him back in.
I listen to Jake more than I do Scott.
Hey, don't tell Scott that.
Don't tell Scott that.
Scott's
Because
still laying
Scott
in
comes
bed
on
or
the
he's eating
show.
his biscuits. He's not listening to me. He's back. Uh,
Yeah, my cell phone glitched for some reason. It said carrier something reboot. I'm like, what? Never seen that before. But yeah, the SIM card literally went out and came right back. I'm like, okay.
that is scary, Lag. Are you going to become Jake's brother-in-law? That's fine. That's fine. That's what you want to do. And David,
Yeah.
if David's okay with it, hey, you know, uh, David will be marrying into money. Allegedly. Is he like standing off camera? Uh,
No, no, he's not here.
okay. Will Walmart kick small sellers to the curb once the catalog is built like Amazon?
Probably they all do.
So you think that? Good morning, Flip It. Do you think there'll be a mass exodus like Amazon? I mean, like the Amazon sellers have been doing now? Because
10 years.
you can't even list Starbucks cups and fulfill by yourself, right? You're not allowed
Correct.
to sell anything
Brand,
Starbucks,
yeah. It's a brand restriction. Yeah,
right?
that's correct.
Okay. Javis, Javis, it's hard to find somebody else when you're living in a basement. Um, but like I said, well, like my question was, it just seems like listing is the biggest holdback on a lot of people because, like we've discussed before, if you spent Monday through Friday running the business, listing and shipping and whatnot, how much would your business increase? I mean, and I've seen videos where people talk about don't list every day. You're listing too many products. My opinion, my thoughts of it is, and I am not a professional at this. I'm just a layman asking questions. You might list something that somebody else hasn't listed, or you might list something that's at a better price than what other people have listed. And so, if you got it, list it.
If you got it, you might as well list it because if you
Yeah.
don't list it, it ain't gonna sell for sure.
I mean, Todd's got hair dryers, hand dryers. that he's and got listed. Like had to be move out of West Virginia because they have no basements. Okay, I would think West Virginia would have better basements than where like lives.
Well, if it's like here, we don't really have a lot of houses with basements either. I think because it's so much rock.
Right. We have daylight basements here, or walkout
What's a
basements.
daylight basement?
Daylight's one that's
Oh,
it's only like it's built into the side. The house is sitting on the side of a hill, and one side is nothing but windows and glass of the basement, and you walk out on a
oh.
patio out by the
I
pool.
see. I do see like where they'll have like it's not like a real basement. It's like
Right.
but they'll put the garage underneath the house.
Yeah. Well, they do that a lot
But
here
there's a
because
lot of places here that don't have basements.
uh, we're actually looking at it's one of these. I don't like them because they got too many stairs, but it's a two-story house and they're real popular around here. And the staircase, I mean, like you walk up the steps to the front door, and the front door is like halfway between the first floor and the second floor. So when you go into the
Mhm.
foyer, you either go upstairs to like the kitchen, dining room, den, and
Oh yeah,
master bedroom, or you go downstairs and there's like two more bedrooms and a,
yeah. My friend had one of those. I think you call them like a raised ranch or something
I
like
don't know what the
that.
hell they're called, but I don't like them.
Yeah, you
Anyway,
walk in the front door, you got a little flight of steps going up and a little flight of steps going down.
we're looking at one and we're going to split it into duplexes. So you'd go in when
Oh.
you came in the foyer, you'd either go upstairs to the one apartment or downstairs to another apartment
Mm.
because of our zoning. Because we don't have single family zoning in Mecklenburg County anymore. I was trying to figure out a way to just split this house into about four efficiencies. And then I did talk to a zoning person about that. He says, "Oh, you can do it, but it might be a stretch, and it would be expensive too because this house has got a slab.
Ah,
So
yeah,
when you start running all the piping and stuff like that, it'd
yeah.
be expensive. That's another reason I don't like slab houses. The main reason is you can't do any plumbing work because it's all in the concrete, and that
It is, yeah,
all incurs having to chisel down into the concrete,
yeah.
which that means you have to dig it up and then you do the repairs and then you have to before you can pour the concrete back in you got to have it inspected and then once you got the concrete poured back over it again you got to inspect it again. So good morning, chick. Yeah, like I know we you live in the basement. So are people, I mean with the, I'm not selling anything. This thing sales are slow, blah 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 blah. Are people still happy with the reselling thing? Because let's see, I think was it Chassie said she loves reselling. Da, 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 da. because it's helping her get towards where she wants to go. Just dropped a video since the show started. Yeah, Scott's a dick. So what can I say? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that out loud. I did not mean to say that out loud.
Oh boy. Well, you're gonna get it now.
I know.
And he's gonna get another one of your shows instantly banned.
That's right. No, I want to make sure his hands are. It'll be like in the casino. He's going to have to do this kind of thing, make sure nothing's in his hands. Oh Lord, I'm sorry, Sue. I am so sorry. You lady folks, I am so sorry for using that language. But Sue's over there going, "Yeah, that's true," but you don't say it out loud. uh, so with the good, bad, and the ugly, this is what people would prefer to do. Whether you
Well, yeah,
didn't
but I'm at an age of what else would I do if I didn't resell? I don't have any good skill set anymore.
Yeah, but if push come to shove, you could slap a barn on there and start boarding horses or something. You could make something out of an
Oh
income out of your farm.
shit, Tom.
I know
There ain't
you don't
enough
want.
money in boarding
You're just
horses.
in. Do what? Do
There
who?
ain't enough money in boarding horses.
Damn, there
What
must
are
be
you
around
talking
here
about?
because they have some pretty high price ones around here. Even with you
Yeah, but
coming up for.
it's all the cost that goes out. I mean, when I was doing it, I mean, my insurance, I paid like 10 grand a year in insurance. And that's before you pay a light bill, before you feed, before you do all the other stuff, before you buy shavings, all that shit. No, I don't want to do that again. No, I'd rather just be private.
Yeah, I think Chick's got a good point there. If I may call her Chick, if I may call her Chick, it's a little slow, but I still wouldn't want to do anything else. Live within your means, and you'll be fine. I
No.
was listening
Yeah,
to one.
I like real estate, so
Yeah,
I'm good.
I like dirt. I like dirt.
Yeah,
Jake likes dirt with structures on it.
yeah.
uh, I
I
mentioned the
just
guy
I'm in the process of signing a new contract for another 10 units.
managing it, or you buying
Yep.
it? Managing.
So I'm going to manage 10 units, and the company I'm going to manage it for, there's 5 duplexes. I may buy one of the 5 duplexes
Right.
in the next 6 months or so. But the good part is I get to manage it for 6 months or whatever,
Right.
and then I know everything about it. I know whether I want to buy it.
Okay.
But
That's not
I only have an opportunity to buy one of the 5 duplexes.
lag. You know where I stand on Bitcoin, and you know where I stand on the stock market.
How much Bitcoin you got, Tom?
I don't got any Bitcoin.
What? No way.
I don't have any Bitcoin.
None? Do you have any
None.
crypto at all? No
None.
crypto?
None.
Why?
Because I buy dirt.
Okay. Oh yeah, but I buy Bitcoin so I can buy dirt.
uh, I buy dirt and I sell off part of it to buy more dirt. That's what I do. I want to
Uh,
own. I want to own every available piece of dirt in Mecklenburg County.
I don't want to
What's the
own it.
real estate prices like there?
I
Is
don't want
real
to own
estate
all
up
the
down
land,
there?
but I just want to own every land that touches mine.
Yeah, that's just it. Um, I just, I guess because I'm older, and when the .com came online, and people lost their ass in Bitcoin. I mean, in the .com era, I just have this thing about you don't have anything backing it. You don't have a piece of dirt backing it. You don't have any gold backing it or any of that kind of crap. I don't like the stock market, as I've said before, because there's people that gets paid hundreds of millions of dollars a year and they bankrupt companies, and it happens
Oh
over
yeah,
and over and over again.
private equity now. Yeah, that's a real problem for sure.
So, so I would just rather buy a little piece of dirt, and put me a wobble box on it and sell
I
it.
wish we could.
Well,
Huh?
how's the real estate market in Carolina? Is the real estate prices up?
They're coming down.
Really? Because I go up there in Wisconsin, I got a little bit left, and since I left there, it more than doubled. And even here, it seems like real estate's climbed quite a bit from when I
I think
moved here.
overall, I think most places, and there's probably some exception to this, the rate of increase is slowing down, but in most places, it
Mm.
still hasn't really. The overall average price hasn't really come down by much, but it may have stopped inflating as fast as it was.
Right. I might go into the funeral home business for job security. You know what, Mr. Sadie? When I was a
Why
teenager,
am
I
I?
babysit. I
I'm not
babys.
seeing everybody's chat for some reason.
I. You got the comments section clicked up.
I do.
You're on a phone.
Huh?
Are you on the phone?
No. Yeah. I'm on the phone. Yeah.
Okay. I don't. It usually is across the bottom.
I see it, but it's just not updating.
Okay. It's that iPhone.
It's not an iPhone.
I'm just making. I'm just harassing you. Um, uh, Mr. Sadie, your funeral comment, home comment. When I was a teenager, I babysitted a neighborhood kid, and his father was part of a funeral home chain, and had been since like the 1800s. And those people were rich. I'm talking rich, rich. Um, and we used to, when I'd babysit, we'd go up to the funeral home because they had an apartment, and we'd go up there and watch cable because they didn't have cable out where we lived at. Going back to North Carolina this year, I love it there, and of course my peeps are there. They're great people, and we have a beautiful Carolina blue sky, and I hope everybody's seeing this beautiful Carolina blue sky tonight. Day. Um, like I said, I'm just kind of the things that's gone on in the past, and I guess because I'm an old guy, I just think the dirt is the best investment for me.
Mhm. Well, I guess I better run. I've got about 15 minutes. I got to be
He's
at
got
my
to,
next place. I got to
he's
go meet more tenants.
he's got you kicking them out, or you interviewing them
No,
for.
no, these that's the new units that I'm in the
Oh,
process of signing a contract to manage. The company has already purchased the property, but they haven't told any of the tenants yet, and I'm sure they don't know where to send rent, or if they send rent, they send it to the old landlord. Who knows? I gotta go. I gotta go and try to fix all that, and then go meet with the new owners and have them sign my management contract.
and your next whatnot show is? Have you got it
Uh,
scheduled?
yeah, there's another one scheduled. It's currently scheduled for the last Wednesday.
Right.
I may move it up, but yeah, go bookmark it, and I may do another one on a Sunday afternoon. We'll see, but it's bookmarked for the next two are bookmarked for the last Wednesday at noon um, of the month. But
Do
yeah,
you?
I'll probably move that one up a little bit at some point. But yeah, just go bookmark it.
Alrighty.
Starbucks are on whatnot, guys. Go bookmark it.
All right. Thanks, Jake. Have a great day.
See ya. Thanks for having me. Bye.
Bye. He is so smart. He's young and smart. Okay. But he is. He's smart. Jake told David I said, hey, David, don't come looking for you. Um, anyhow, so Jim, I totally forgot his name. Having an old man moment there this morning. Uh, oh, are you Chastity? Cool beans. Um, have you got it set up yet or scheduled? If you do, throw a link in the chat. Throw your whatnot name in the chat too. He is a good. He's just a good boy. I'm gonna have to say that, and that says a lot coming from from a southerner. That means a lot. Uh, so Jim is bringing home another box truckload of stuff. Tara.
No, he's going up there with the pickup truck and
Oh,
flatbed.
okay.
I think he's gonna bring home my tractor probably.
Do you have open ground that you could plant, or is it a tractor to move stuff
No,
around
no, it's
with?
just my 4 day end. It's
Okay.
got a front end loader on it. I used
Okay.
to like move dirt with it, use it to clean stalls, stuff like that. No, I'm not planting, Tom. I'm not going to become a farmer either.
Well, I didn't know. Didn't know what they were planning up in Kentucky these days since the coal mine's going to hell.
No, I'm not going to be a farmer either.
Uh, exactly, Javis. Oh Lord. Um, so are you going to? Once you get all your stuff cleaned off of it, are you going to put it up for sale?
Yeah, I don't have to sell it this year. I don't have to. I mean, if I put it up for sale, if it sells, it sells. If it don't, it don't. I'm
Well,
not desperate to sell it,
it sounds like you don't
but I
have to
do want
sell
to
it at
wrap
all.
it up. I will. Well, I'll tell you this. Not to be political, I would like to get it sold while Trump is president. Because obviously, if we get Democrats back in, I think I'd rather just have it sold now
Right.
or in the next 3 years.
Well, it's in the land of the Democrats now, isn't it? In Wisconsin, pretty much Democrat held.
Well, no, well, Wisconsin. The problem with Wisconsin is you always have Milwaukee and Madison are the bigger population areas, so they pull that stuff. I mean, Viles County's pretty Republican, but you also have a lot of transplants up there, so they bring their ideas with them.
Lag, lag. You're not getting in on my wheel. Oliver gets everything.
Oh boy, you can't give them some of that land you're buying.
That's going for Oliver.
Just will them a couple pieces of land and real estate.
Lag don't need anything. Lag's got a basement. That's all he needs. Um, he hasn't even got here yet. But when Oliver will be the last of the Huckses in my dad's family, because nobody else has a boy. The last name is Huck.
Oh really?
Yeah. So I told
Oh
my other
yeah.
sons they
So
need
you're
to
gonna
get
get to
on.
carry the name on.
He wants to. I told my other sons, I said, y'all need to get married and have a couple of kids so the name will continue on. Because my youngest brother has a son, and his two children are girls, and the chances of them
Hmm.
having more children is slim to none.
So you only have one of your kids is married though, right?
That's right.
You
That
didn't have
didn't.
another one of your boys get married. Yeah.
So anyway,
When's the next one gonna get married?
you know, I would. I kind of expect next year having a wedding
Oh.
because they'll be in the position to. They'll be money wise will be right, no debt, that kind of stuff. So,
Mhm.
and they're both like minded about that. So, I'm glad about that. I think it was yesterday I was talking about a friend of mine was telling me that their cousin's child, somebody, is their wedding's gonna cost. Well, she was wanting him to give him a $50,000 gift for the wedding.
Oh
$50,000.
yeah, weddings are gonna be expensive.
That's
Yeah.
really
Well,
pathetic.
years ago, let me see, years and years ago when Jim's daughter got married and they tried to do it kind of like conservative, I would say.
Right.
I mean, I think that cost her like just under 40 grand.
Thank God I don't have any daughters. Um, Back in 1978 when I got married, my in-laws spent a fortune, and that
Well,
marriage didn't last till May, so like 6 months.
I don't know. You know, I just went to the courthouse. I'd be like, hey, if you really want to spend that kind of money, just buy me a truck or something like that. You don't have to pay for a wedding.
Shit,
We
for
don't have to
fifty
feed a bunch of people. You can buy me a truck or something.
$50,000, you can give them a lot.
You know what I mean? Give me a horse trailer. Give me a truck. Give me something that I can use. I don't need to, have a big party and it's gone.
Cat. Oh, that's
Oh,
supposed to be
wow.
cat herding, Chastity. Uh, just saw Idaho
I didn't,
hillbillies
yeah,
in a
I
vortex.
didn't understand that when I read it. I just left it lay there. I'm like, okay,
I was like, catheters?
catheter. I'm like, what?
Where did that come from?
Javis says a second career installing catheters. I
Yeah.
didn't know. I'd have been confused too.
Uh, no, as I was having my cup of coffee this morning out of this big ass
Yes,
cup,
Mr. Sadie.
uh, I had two cats laying on me napping. And I said, the world is right. I have a large cup of coffee and my two cats sleeping peacefully. Oh, wait a minute. Tara will take a F550 for a wedding gift. I was so mad.
Well, Jim really likes Ford. I would probably take a Chevy or GMC.
Yeah, well,
I mean, I can't complain about the Ford truck, but I really, really, really am a Chevy GMC person.
I came home. I went and ran some errands, and I came back, and I was so mad. I told Roberta, I said, I want an F450. Skip the 150. I want a 450. And she said, "What's an
All the
F
way to
four
the
fifty?"
450.
She said, "Why? What is an F450, and why do you want it?" I said, "Because this idiot just ran through a red light and just about hit your car because I was driving her car, and the person that was in the car beside me. We both had to slam on brakes." I said, "I want something that if they run out in front of me and I hit them, they know they've been hit."
Did I tell you that Jim got hit in the truck?
No,
Did I tell you that or no?
no,
Well,
you
anyway,
didn't.
this spring, Jim was driving down the like county highway here, and there was a guy at a stop sign, and Jim's like, "I'm going ahead," and I go, "Did I just see that car move?" Ba-doop. Anyway, guy drove into the side of Jim's truck. It just took out. Jim had like those. He has a flatbed on it, so it had those under like bed toolboxes.
Right,
Well, anyway, so it wrecked the toolbox. That was it, really, on the truck. But that truck, the guy was driving. Was it like an Odyssey or something like that?
right.
Those rear dual wheels, I think they drove right over the top of that front of that car. Anyway, it totaled whatever the car. I think I don't. Jim's not here. I think it might have been like an Odyssey. It totaled that, but it didn't do a lot of damage to Jim's car. But I'm like, he's like, I'm pretty sure the rear duals did roll up over the top of the headlight and bumper on that car. Anyway,
Um,
guy's like, well, and Jim's like, oh, it was some old guy. I don't even know if he should be driving or that. He seemed like some kind of old guy, like he was confused. So, we get the accident report because Jim submitted it into the guy's insurance.
right.
Anyway, the guy is like the same age as Jim. I'm like, oh yeah, real old guy there, Jim.
I know I was offended by that ageist remark there, but and actually, okay. Here's a 2023 Ford F450 Super Duty, turbo diesel, 4 door, crew cab, 4 wheel drive, dualies, blah blah blah. 9,739 miles. It's 71.
What year?
It's
Is it
2023.
new?
It's
Oh,
2023.
wow, it's under 10,000 on it.
It's 71,470.
Yeah.
Uh
Well, it's
you
probably
you
about $100 truck too.
you start looking at well dressed F-150s and you're knocking on that 70,000 price tag. Anyway, I like the color of
Yeah.
it too.
Ours aren't
Anyway,
trucks aren't cheap.
she was like, she's like, do you can you get it without the dually? And I said, I don't think so, but if you're going to have a 450, you got to have the dually. I said, I want to be able to haul
No, I
something
think you can
besides.
get them in a. I think they can come in a straight axle.
Shh.
Oh, you want the dually? Okay, you want to
If you're going to
be
go
like
for a big,
monster
if
truck.
you're going to go for a 450,
Hmm.
then you got to have the dualies.
Yeah, but imagine the carbon footprint you're living when you're driving around in that diesel truck all around town.
You want my opinion about that?
I don't care about carbon footprint.
Fuck it. Pardon my French, Sue. Pardon my French. Uh, um, but I just wanted I wanted something that day that if somebody runs out in front of me, he knows that he just got hit.
Yeah, the old Saturn probably can't take a hit like that.
No, but you know what, Tara? That old Saturn is paid for and it's running good,
Mm,
and
it's true. That's why I drive old crap too, because it's all paid for.
I have
I don't
no
have any
car
car payment.
payments.
Yeah.
Anyway, she said he must have really pissed you off if you want to truck that big. I said, well, I'm tired. I said that, and I'm tired of Tara saying, unless you got a F-250 or a 2500, you're hauling eggs is all you're gonna haul with that.
Well,
She's like,
pretty
what?
much.
I said, what? She said, what? I said, that's what Tara
Oh,
says those trucks are good
I mean,
for.
I drove 3/4 tons for a long time. I mean, they pull good,
3/4 ton is a 250.
like a 250 or a
Okay, 2500.
2500,
Okay.
or a
Anyway,
250 if
I
you're
know this
looking
is
at
not where
Ford.
y'all wanted the conversation to go this morning, but it's my little horse and pony show, and I can do what I want.
That's true, Davis. Tom could just ride around with an AR in the car and just start, popping people. Oh, you cut me off. I'm gonna shoot your tires out.
You know what? We had a case here in town where this guy cut this woman off, and he got caught at a stoplight, and an old lady. I mean, like old lady in her 70s. She got out with a
Mm.
baseball bat and busted his
Ooh,
windows out in that daggum car he had.
oh boy.
Man, she was ticked. Don't mess with the old broads now.
Oh, ornery.
Um, anyway, you could.
When I first moved down here, that first year I moved down here, I was by Elizabethtown off of Dixie, and we were at one of these stoplights, and the guy was in the left turn lane, so he stopped because he had the red light, and somebody pulled up behind him, and they must have touched his bumper. Now, of course, I didn't exactly see it happen, but the people behind him got out of the car and were yelling at the person in front of him. And he's got his hands up to stay back. And he pulled out a pistol and brandished a pistol right there on the highway at those other people that were yelling at him. I'm like, oh my God, you never see this in Wisconsin. I mean, I've never seen anybody pull out a gun on somebody like that on the road.
Oh, that happens in South Carolina all the time. In North Carolina,
No, it's
them
the
damn
first. It was my
rednecks.
first experience with it. That was my first experience with it.
Sweet Chastity, she's probably got a damn Glock with a dag 30 shell cartridge in it. She's ready to throw down. Uh, but just no, I don't want to shoot anybody up because I'm too cute to go to jail, prison.
Mm.
But I just would like somebody. I'd like to be driving something big and somebody pull out in front of me, and I can't stop, especially when I know that the thing I'm driving is going to do some damage. It's like, why would anybody? When we were in Florida, this guy who had Florida tags just ran out and stopped in front of a four wheel in front of a semi, and I'm thinking about why would you do that? Because that sucker A cannot stop on a dime, and he's going to push you a few miles before he gets stopped. And but people are just dumbasses, and I hate to say it, but them people in Florida, they drive worse than they do in North Carolina.
I don't know. I went up to Wisconsin a month ago, and I can tell you, I kind of forgot how bad it is around Chicago when you drive around there. I mean, they are really rude.
It's no, they weren't rude. They're just stupid. They just drive stupid.
Well, they're stupid and they're rude too. Well, and like Jim, because see, Jim was born in Chicago, and he
Yeah.
drives me nuts. So I call him up because it's 294 doesn't take you through downtown. I go, Jim, you should be following 294. No, it'll be fine. Takes us right downtown because I think he likes to look at the skyline. I'm like, well, this is just really dumb. Except I got a trailer on behind that Lincoln, and he has the gooseneck trailer on. And Friday night, like at 8 o'clock up there, 7:30, 8 o'clock. I mean, it's just packed. I mean, it was so hard with road construction and then packed roads and people not letting you switch lanes and stuff. It was really bad.
I want to try some. I want to buy some land up in Pennsylvania. So when all those Michigans, I'm not in Pennsylvania, Michigan. So when all those people from Michigan move to Florida, I can drive. I can move up to Michigan, and yes, I could. I'll have to put up with snow, but I won't have to
You
put up
couldn't
with.
take the winter, Tom.
Let me tell you what. After I built my 400 by 800-foot metal building and built my house inside of it, I would just be fine.
You still have to go outside to go to the grocery store or go to out to eat, or if you have to go
Have
to an
you not
appointment
been
or
paying
something.
attention to our
Tom, you
conversations?
would literally, if Michigan is just as cold as Wisconsin, you would literally freeze your ass off.
Have you not been listening to the conversations this morning? That's what Amazon and
No.
Walmart's for. They can just drive right in
Oh,
that
okay.
garage door. I'll push the button and open it, and they can drive in, set all my
hmm
packages out,
hmm
and then drive
Yeah,
out.
it'll be like those people life below zero. You'll be like that lady up there with that that's living in those big like hoop buildings.
Yeah.
She still
Um,
freezes her ass off too.
Jabus, did you not just reach over there and slap the shit out of him? He says my son-in-law complains about my slow driving. You should have
Oh,
just reached over there and slapped him one time. Said, "You're married to my daughter. That means you're my or son, whatever." And I don't have to take that shit off of you. You need to put him in his place. Oh Lord. Anyhow, I hope that we've given you something to think about today.
I
If
don't
not,
think we gave anybody anything to think about.
I think I think Lag's going to rethink his business model. He's going to list more than 12 things in a day.
Mm.
Oh, he was driving behind you. You should have stopped. You should have pulled a South Carolina deal on him. You should have stopped crossways in the road, got out, walked back there, and slapped him around a little bit. Unless your grandchildren were in the car with him, then you don't want to do that. You wait till the grandkids are not around. Good morning, Glenn. But those damn people, because we drove to Port Canaveral for the last cruise, and especially when you get close to the Buckies, people lose their damn mind trying to get off that damn road to go to
Oh,
Buckies.
Bucky's is crazy. I
I
went in the Bucky's down here in Kentucky in Smiths Grove. I mean, and it is just packed in there.
The Buckies in Florence has its own off ramp. If you get in the wrong
Uh
lane, it's got like two side by side lanes. If you get in the far right
huh.
one, you're going to go to Buckies. There ain't any way to get out of it.
Oh my god! And they had like the Smiths Grove one had an advertising sign for what they pay. I
Yeah,
mean, they pay like their help. I mean, I think they start you at $18 or $20 an hour.
yeah. I told my sons if we
Actually, they
lived near
pay really
Florence,
good. It looks like.
I told them if we lived near Florence, they'd be working at Bucky's. Because if you work the night shift,
Yeah.
like the midnight to open or midnight to 7 o'clock, it's
Yeah.
like $5 more an hour.
I want to say that they had it like if you were like a manager there, I want to say you were like 75 or $80,000 a year
Yeah.
on the sign. Maybe, I don't know. Well, Smith's Grove, for me to drive to Smith's Grove from my house would be like probably an hour and a half. And then they got one up by Richmond off I-75. I've never been to that one.
Right.
I went to a horse auction out on the other side of Bowling Green. I'm like, well, let's go stop at Bucky's or driving right by it. And I'd never been in one.
Where did you go, Chastity? Which one did you go to? Um, there is no way. I have yet to buy gas in a Bucky's because I am not dealing with all that dadgum crap. And God forbid I had an RV or was pulling a tag along. I
Oh,
mean,
I would go get gas at a Bucky's because they have lots of pumps and you can move around there with a trailer on. I'd definitely go in a Bucky's
the
and get
ones that
gas.
around that
I
I've been
pay at the
to,
pump anyway.
you can't. You can't.
Oh, I mean, I pay at the pump, so I don't have to go in to pay. But I mean, like the one in Smith's Grove, I mean, I could get around in there with a horse trailer really easy.
It's I mean it's nice. I mean, you go in. You once you've been to a Bucky's, you've been to a Bucky's. Yeah,
Yeah, it is crazy. I mean, it's like Walt Disney World of gas stations. I mean, you have like these people inside wandering around buying random crap, kind of doing the walk of the dead in there.
having a shopping trolley and that sucker is full of Bucky's crap.
Yeah.
That's a buggy for you people that don't know what a shopping
I got to
trolley
take Jim
is.
to one. Jim was gonna. I said we were talking. Jim like might have to go to Bowling Green. I'm like, if we go Bowling Green, you're going to the Bucky's. You got to go check it out.
Well, we're getting like
We were
three.
in Wisconsin when we're leaving. When you leave Wisconsin, there's a sign for Bucky's. Now the next Bucky's is in Kentucky, so it says like 525 miles till Bucky's.
Yeah, yeah. You come you come out of Florida.
I mean, it's
It's
2 states away. They're advertising it in Wisconsin. There's no Bucky's in Wisconsin.
when you get if you're headed to Florida, when you get to the Georgia stop state line from South Carolina, you start seeing Ron John's and the Bucky signs. That are
Mm.
uh, 2 states away. Coming back when you hit the Georgia line from Florida, you start seeing south of the border signs.
Oh, see, I never drive that way. I'll have to go check that south of the border out one time. See, because when we go down to Florida, we take 65, and then when you get in there, you go into Georgia. You can either go towards Huntsville or Georgia. So does that hook up with like 75 eventually or something? I don't remember.
Chaz. It's fine to go one time south of the border. That's the way to rock. Chastity. Everybody should go to a Bucky's one time, but once you've been to a Bucky's, you've been to a Bucky's. It's like I've mentioned before, we collect Christmas ornaments in our travels. If they had a Christmas ornament from the Bucky's Florence and one from Daytona and one from Sevierville and like that, it would give people a reason to stop in there because they're going to get another ornament for their collection. And collecting is a big business, as you all know from selling liquidating people's collections.
They probably do have Bucky's
No,
Christmas
they don't.
ornaments. I mean, I didn't even
No,
walk around. Really? Because I mean, like,
no, they
I
don't.
didn't Smith's Grove. I didn't walk around it because I was with somebody who was like getting stressed out with all the people. But I mean, it had a huge gift department.
Um, unless they've changed it within the last month, they don't have them like that. Because I said, "Do y'all not have them with like Daytona on them?" And she said, "No, we don't have those." I said, "Missed opportunity there." So anyway, like I
Uh,
said, if you've been to one Bucky's, you've seen everything else that's at other Bucky's, except I would like to go to that mile long car wash they have in. It's not a mile long, but I'm gonna use that as an expression in Texas. I'd like to see what that's all about. They're getting one. They're getting one somewhere along the lines of talking about one, like around Santee, Jabus, South Carolina, and Orangeburg is getting a casino. So, woohoo!
Yeah.
Hey, don't start dissing Cracker Barrel now, Jabus. Hardy, is it Hardyville, Jabus? Is that where they're putting it in? They were talking about Santee at one time. Um, really? Yeah, they're going to. I hate to say it, they're going to overbuild, and then it's going to lose its fascination. So, anywho, I ain't dissing Cracker Barrel. Yeah,
I
you are.
like them.
You like what? Bucky's? Cracker Barrel.
I like Bucky's. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Cracker Barrel, it's okay. I mean, I'll eat. Jim won't eat a Cracker Barrel, but I'll eat there. Don't bother me.
Well, Chastity, was that when back when they had
And they got
poker
cute
machines in
gifts.
South Carolina? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I said Cracker Barrel is a cute gift shop. Nothing very exciting.
Just good
I
basic
did eat the
breakfast.
beaver nuggets. Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Which are like corn pops or whatever.
Yeah.
They're just,
Uh,
I mean, I thought they were overrated. It's not like, oh, I gotta have beaver
yeah.
nuggets.
I thought those were overrated too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody had a daggum uh, habit back when the poker machines were everywhere. We had. Are y'all okay? This is for Jabus and Chastity and anybody else that's familiar with the Charlotte metro area. Right south of the border in the South Carolina is Fort Mill, South Carolina. And because Fort Mill, I mean South Carolina had poker machines and North Carolina didn't, there's an intersection on 51, NC 51, SC 51, where it crosses a line, and that became known as Fort Vegas because there was buildings that had been vacant for years were now poker machine casinos. Yeah, I heard that they had really good um, banana pudding at Bucky's, but I've never eaten anything from them because I wasn't standing in line for one of those pulled pork sandwiches and stuff like that. Yeah, Jabus, it was. That's the reason. That's also the reason North Carolina, when they got the lottery before North Carolina, that's the reason North Carolina got into the lottery business, was because on lottery draw nights, the day you couldn't get into a gas station along the state border because everybody was in there buying lottery tickets. So anyway, there's your bit of history today. But Cashy says Bucky's has good banana pudding.
Well, I didn't try that.
I like good banana pudding. I'm just not. I'm not going to stand in line for that crap. You know, just chastity. I'm having problems talking this morning because Todd's not here to keep me under control. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming in here today. I appreciate it. I hope you've enjoyed this little conversation. I've never even heard of them. What is pucker butt pepperca? Is that the place where they grow all the weird ass peppers? Well, and also is the home of the Carolina Reaper or something like that? Is that what that is? Um, I can't do hot peppers like I used to when I was a kid. It just kills me.
First sign of getting old, you can't eat hot peppers anymore.
I guess that's the case because I can't.
I can't take these hot peppers anymore.
No, I can't. And I don't like anything like hot wings with nothing but Tabasco sauce on it, or one of those sauces. It
Mm.
just makes me want to puke. Yeah, the hottest peppers in the world. They grow now have even hotter peppers. Pepper X. Oh wow, I'd like to go there just to look, but I don't want to buy anything. Anyhow, everybody have a great day. Look for Scott's show tomorrow. I'm assuming he's going to have one. Then I'll be back on Thursday. Todd will be back on Friday. Hopefully, he's filled up his truck and his trailer with stuff. So he'll have something to list. He's going to go, I hate you. That's what he's going to say to me when he sees me again. I hate
Oh
you.
boy.
Uh, so, anyway, everybody have a great one. Tara, thank you for coming in here and hanging out with me.
All right.
Jake, if you're listening,
You're
thank you
welcome.
again. Bye, everybody.
Bye.